The question was asked, does prediabetes carry any of its own risks or complications? The article says absolutely. Dr. Fradkin says absolutely. Prediabetes is often accompanied by high blood pressure and unhealthy lipid levels. People with prediabetes are at increased risk for cardiovascular disease, although that risk is not as high for those with diabetes. And some people with prediabetes start to develop changes in the eye that are signs of early retinopathy. So prediabetes is serious and risky too. I encourage you to read this article. Again, it's from Diabetes Focus, summer 2009. It can be found free of charge at one of the local drugstores. In the AARP, there is a section called Your AARP, the Law. I read two articles by Emily Sakar. One is an older article and one is a newer article. The July-August 2009 article talks about the fact that it is illegal to single out the elderly, to force them into retirement early, or to let them go or release them from a job, fire them from a job, to target the elderly. And then the fact that you hire someone younger before or after, is an issue. So there is a case that is pending involving David Olson, who's 59, who worked as an engineer at a company in California. And Ms. Sakar brings up the issue, is it illegal for a company to target older workers for layoffs because of age? And of course, this is illegal according to the author. And at the bottom of the article, she says what it means to you, and I want to quote, "Know your rights. Check with union representatives if your company is unionized, and check websites such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions. That's www.eeoc.gov or www.workplacefairness.org. So I am very, very proud of AARP for including this section on the law. It's very, very helpful. I encourage you to read it. Now, here is an article that I want to bring to your attention. It's an older article. This is from April 2008, but it has a lot of relevance for today. The case, again, Emily Sakar, S-A-C-H-A-R. Can a homeowner who mistakenly signed away her home get it back? In this age of mortgage foreclosures and predatory lending practices and mortgage scams, this article relates to what many people are going through today. So I hope this information will be helpful to you. In 2002, an African-American woman by the name of Catherine Meads, she's 67 years old, of Washington, was behind on her mortgage. She sought out help to prevent her home from going into foreclosure, and she entered into an agreement with a representative of Modern Management Company owned by Vincent Abel. She signed papers, and she was under the impression that she was going to get a loan to save her from foreclosure, when in fact what happened was her property was signed over. The title of her property was signed over to Vincent Abel, who owned this company. And she was not the only victim, but she was one, and there were 5 others. I am happy to say that in 2004, the AARP is legal counsel for the elderly, and a law firm by the name of Hogan and Hartson sued Abel or Abel. And fortunately for these victims, the judgment went against the Vincent Abel and his company, and the charge was that they had created a foreclosure rescue scam, and the case was settled in 2007. So I encourage you, as Ms. Sakar encourages you in her article, she recommends that, one, that if you're having a problem, that you do need to seek help, but seek help from someone that you know. And she also says, seek professional advice from a financial counselor or financial advisor or a housing counselor. Financial advisor or a housing counselor. She also recommends that you may need a predatory lending attorney. I hope that this information which I have provided you today, information on prediabetes and also the growing number of diabetics among the younger generation after puberty, as well as some of the ways that AARP is helping the elderly. I hope that this information again has been helpful. I'm Dr. Pat Dingle. I invite you to write me. My address is Dr. Pat Dingle, P.O. Box 1456, Bowie, Maryland, 20717-1456. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you the next time.